Welcome to the Pitch Clock. Here's the pitch, a two-part baseball segment
combining a nostalgic baseball trivia game and an interview with an expert.
This is the Pitch Clock. Another week, another Pitch Clock.
Hi, everybody. We're back.
It's me, it's Chris, it's Taylor as always. We'll get to our MLB expert coming up in just a moment. But Taylor, what is our trivia game for today?
On April 11th, Jose Quintana of the Brewers made history when he beat the Diamondbacks and became the 24th pitcher in MLB history to get a win versus all 30 MLB teams. In front of you guys, you have to guess the other 23 pitchers on that list. And to help you guys out, I gave you the initials of the pitcher, the team they won the game for, and the year they did it. And it's 3 strikes and you're out format.
Okay.
We'll have Chris go first.
Of course we will. Chris?
Oh, man, hold on. This is like, let me digest this for a second. So, wait, this
That's
is
not how
the
this
year
works.
that
It's
it
the Pitch
happened.
Clock.
Chris, you're on the clock.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on the clock.
Need
Al
an-
Leiter,
Yeah,
2002.
All right. See, now, all right. And that's correct.
Al
right?
Leiter is correct.
Yeah, all right. Damn. All right, I'll just go to the next one. 2004 Yankees, Kevin Brown.
Never earned his pinstripes. It is Kevin Brown.
Okay, I'm going to go 2004 Kurt Schilling.
2004 is Kurt Schilling.
Fourth guess overall. I'm going to go ahead and skip over to 2008. The Phillies, JM. That's Jamie Moyer.
Yeah.
It is Jamie Moyer, who pitched until he was 49.
Oh, my God. I love him.
Man, I want to go on a heat check really early here.
I got a couple that I feel like
I'm going to go 2010 Dodger with the initials VP, Vincente Padilla.
It is Padilla.
Oh,
That's-
my goodness.
That was the first one. I looked at this sheet. I'm
Dude.
just like, VP, Vincente Padilla.
What a pull. You should have kept that for later. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try to just stay in chronological order where I can. But I'm going to skip. I'm going to go to 2010 San Francisco.
I thought
Barry
I
Zito.
thought you were staying in order.
Well, I skipped WW. I skipped RJ.
Yeah.
I'm just where I can. You know, that shows you what I don't know.
Yeah, that's right, Barry Zito.
2010 Giant is Barry Zito.
Of course it is.
I'm gonna go more. I'm gonna go ones that are. I'm gonna learn from my last one. I'm gonna go to one that I think you'll know. I'm gonna go 2016 Cubs JL John Lester.
I hate to say it, it's a strike.
Really? Wow.
My-
But I'm afraid to say.
my
you know
plan
what?
backfired.
I'll get a strike if I need to. 2016 Chicago Cubs JL. Is that John Lackey?
It is John Lackey. Chris's plan immediately backfired.
I don't like how
Immediately
I don't like the
backfiring.
dismissive nod that Ethan was doing in here. As soon as I said it, he's just like, no,
I
that's
think
wrong.
it's so
made the same
funny.
mistake.
I think it is so funny that you made the decision to say, "Let me do the safe one." Got it wrong. And
I
now
don't
you're
remember
down in
John
this
Lackey
game.
being a Cub.
A Cub?
Like, I thought I would have bet my daughter. I would have bet my daughter's life if that was
Say-
John Lester.
You could say you were lacking the knowledge
Yeah,
that he was a
that
Cub. Now our 2025 MLB expert is here, and I'm really excited to welcome in Ryan Bass because not only is he a fellow UCF Knight, not only is he a fellow MLB in-game reporter for the Tampa Bay Rays, but Ryan, you also have a pretty amazing connection to this show. So I'm going to give you a second to endear yourself to the audience before we get to your analysis.
My connection goes all the way back to 2006 and 2007 when I interned at 790 The Ticket in South Florida. I am a Miami native. And so to have had the opportunity to shadow Dan, Mike Ryan, the shipping container back then, Jonathan Zaslow and Boog Shambi, George Sedano. I interned for Israel Gutierrez, who is my personal mentor at the Miami Herald. So, dude, I was pumped when you asked me to come on here. You know how proud I am of you being a fellow UCF Knight and the rise we've had in this business. And so genuinely excited, my friend, to talk some baseball with you.
You're the man. Thank you for all of those kind words that none of our audience wants to hear whatsoever. What they do want to hear about are Dan's Tampa Bay Rays, because you are the in-game reporter for them, and they've been one of the hotter teams in baseball as of late. They had a nice series sweep over the San Diego Padres. So do me a favor, let's tell people about this team. Who's worth watching, what's worth watching, and why is the answer my favorite player in baseball right now, Chandler Simpson?
There's a reason the Rays are 6-2 since Chandler made his debut, and it's because he is that type of a game changer for this entire team. He's changed the dynamic. Yes, this is a 500 ball club right now, but you look at what they're built on. You know, pitching and defense defense always leads the way, and they've got some young talent that's come up here and had to fill in between Chandler Simpson. Cameron Meisner has been one. Jake Mangum, who's on the injured list right now. I think this team is capable of playing much better than 500 baseball, but yeah, you mentioned it. Chandler Simpson is as advertised. He gets on base, and by the way, he could beat out an infield single just by dropping a bunt down.
Yep.
It's almost guaranteed he's going to end up at third in scoring position. It's pretty incredible to watch this dude go to work.
Let's talk about some sort of general team results here. When you look around Major League Baseball, you look at the standings, who's a team that has stood out to you as a surprise thus far through about a month of Major League Baseball?
I really want to talk positively here about a team that I don't think anybody expected at this point to be leading the American League Central and be one of the best teams in baseball, and that's the Detroit Tigers.
Tigers.
You look, this team has been able to stay dominant. Their pitching staff has led the way. They've got a lot of guys on the injured list, and yet they've had contributions up and down, not just in that lineup, but in that starting rotation. And so let's see how they do on the road, right? They're only 5-7 away from home, so I think that's going to be a big test for them. But I am pleasantly surprised with what we've seen from the Detroit Tigers in what should stack up to be a pretty competitive American League Central.
With Javi Baez batting ninth as their everyday center fielder. So that's something, if you're not paying attention to Major League Baseball, that you just learned. Thank you for listening to the Pitch Clock. Anywho,
So I have a strike?
There's a strike on Chris Cody
Yeah.
through 4 rounds. We have 1 strike on
And your
Chris
backup,
Cody.
Chris.
I'll go the next year. No, same year, 2016 Nationals MS Max Scherzer.
It is Max Scherzer, and in that start, he had 20 strikeouts.
Wow.
Wow. That's impressive.
Fun fact.
I'll stay in this general area of time and say that the 2015 San Francisco Giants TH, is that Tim Hudson?
It is Tim Hudson.
I
Tim
had that
Hudson.
written down too. I just got scared after the Lester thing.
Yeah, I get it. We're really working through this list, and there's a couple of initials here that I am panicked.
2021
We're gonna have to get to.
Yankees Garrett Cole.
It is Garrett Cole up against the Astros.
I'll go ahead and go 1 year previous, or 1 slot previous to that. It's 2019. It's the Houston Astros with the initials ZG. That's Zach Greinke.
Against the Royals, correct.
I'm going to go 2017 Twins
Damn.
BC Bartolo Colon.
It is Bartolo Colon.
Man, I am rattled from
Things
John
are
Lester. That
getting
John Lester
messy.
thing that's painful right there.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say that the 2012 Pirate is AJ
Yeah,
Burnett.
that's it. I had that written down. I was saving that one.
It is AJ Burnett.
Okay, cool. All
Against
right,
the
good.
Marlins, too, I believe.
Thank goodness.
Man, we're down to. I only have one more that I feel like
That
I
you feel
definitely-
good
Actually,
about?
2.
That's
I'm gonna
not a
go
good shot.
2024 Cardinal LL Lance
Yeah.
Lynn.
Yeah, it has to be.
It is Lance
Damn,
Lynn.
Yeah,
that's one of the ones I just wrote down. Oh boy. I'm just to think out loud here. The 2023 and 2024 selections that are there, I can't understand why I don't know who they are.
I think I know the Braves.
Because obviously I should know who they are. The Brave is going to come to me at some point, but the 2023 Met is bothering me. But I'm going to go ahead.
JV. There's
Yeah.
multiple. There's 2 JV.
All right, so I know the
Initials
other
on
one.
this sheet.
I think I know the other one, and I'll go there first.
Oh damn it! Now as I said it out loud, I knew it.
2010 New York Yankees JV. Is that Javi
Javier
Vasquez?
Yeah, that has to be.
It is Javi.
Javi Vasquez. Awesome.
I'll go with the 2024 one. I mean, that's just the initials of a starter they have. I don't know this guy's that he's won against every team. I'll go Charlie Morton, Braves.
It is Charlie Morton,
Yeah.
That's
who is off to a
impressive.
dreadful start this season.
The Rockies are presently on pace for 24 wins this Major League season. Ryan, what in the world is going on with the Rockies?
They right now are on pace. If they maintain, right, if they keep this current 143 winning percentage,
Sure.
they will reach 20 wins mid-September. Oh, the Mets have 20 wins right now. And it doesn't get any easier for them. 45 of the remaining 134 games left this season are against teams that currently have losing records. That's 34% of their remaining schedule. So they're going to be playing some really high-quality baseball teams the rest of the way.
Oh my
I don't know how they recover from this.
I hate in sports in any sense when we see guys that we know are elite at what they do start to struggle at that thing. And right now, relievers around Major League Baseball, particularly closers, are really struggling. And I want to highlight a couple of them. Emmanuel Clase, who we talked about several times last year on the Pitch Clock, if not for Tarek Skubal, could have been potentially the Cy Young as a Cleveland Guardian closer. And then there's Devin Williams, who was the big acquisition for the Yankees as a reliever this offseason. What's going on with these closers? Is there something there, or are we going to be looking back at this episode of the Pitch Clock at the end of the season and be going, what were you worried about?
Look, I think especially in high leverage roles like these relievers have, we relievers have been in, there are guys that are going to struggle. When you look at the overall advanced metrics of some of these guys, especially Devin Williams, you look at his two big pitches, right? When you look at the four-seamer and the changeup, the four-seamer guys are batting .462 against this year. That has been one of his best pitches strategically over his career. Same thing with the changeup. That has been a huge weapon for him, and hitters are hitting .273 against it. So his two pitches right now are getting hit pretty hard. And when you look at Emmanuel Clase, I thought it was crazy. He has given up almost twice as many earned runs so far this year than he did all of last year. So just kind of crazy to see, what is going to happen from that relief standpoint. But, I venture to say, Jeremy, when we look back into the end of the season, these guys will have it figured out and they'll be back in their respective roles.
Final question for you. So here we go. I think I've decided that here on the Pitch Clock, I want to start focusing on stardom around the game. To take something from the Lonely Island podcast with Seth Meyers, where those guys are talking about what they refer to as a golden era in SNL, which was, Maya Rudolph and Amy Poehler and Fred Armisen and Bill Hader and all of them. I think we're in a golden era of stardom in Major League Baseball. This week, I have two names for you. They're pretty obvious names within stardom. Paul Skeens, Aaron Judge. Pick the guy you want to, and let's roll.
Picking between the two, it's tough for me, but I'm going to go with a guy who I get a chance to see up close and personal many a times, being a sideline reporter for the Rays, in Aaron Judge, right? The numbers are mind-boggling stupid. To hit 405 at where he's at right now, to be the best hitter in the world, his strikeout rate, his chase rate, his two-strike batting average are all at career best levels. He has neutralized what had been his biggest weakness, and that was strikes down and away in the zone. This year, on strikes down and away in the zone, he's hitting .381 as an average, and his slugging is .524. He has neutralized what had been his biggest weakness, and he is turning that into a strength. If he can consistently do what he's doing now, he might go down as, if not the greatest hitter in all of baseball, top 5 for sure.
He's going to go down certainly as one of the greatest right-handed hitters of all time. And to know that we're witnessing that while on the other coast, we have maybe the greatest baseball player who's ever lived in Shohei Ohtani. It's a great time for it, and you can watch the Tampa Bay Rays with Ryan as their in-game reporter. Follow him on social media. Thank you very much for joining us on the Pitch Clock. Let's get back to our game. Oh, I realize who that one is. Okay, that works out better.
I hate you.
So I'm going to go ahead and go 2012 Cleveland, Derek Lowe.
It is Derek Lowe.
I'm just going to guess Randy Johnson, 09. Did he play for the Giants? Did he play for the Giants? That's him? It's a big unit?
It's Randy Johnson.
Yeah!
It's Randy.
We avoided it the whole time.
I was just
that's
can't crazy.
Believe this. All right. Man, I really want to get not Woodrow Wilson with the San Diego Padres.
I feel like I would remember a WW.
Right? But that's not what I'm just going to go ahead and get the one that I know here. The 2023 New York Met is Justin Verlander.
It is Justin Verlander.
Chris, you're up here.
Damn it. I have no idea. I don't have a guess. I thought Wandy Rodriguez is the only person I keep thinking because his name starts with W.
Like Wandy Wadwiguez.
Wandy Wadwiguez.
Wandy Wadwiguez.
I give up.
It is not Wandy Rodriguez. So that is your second strike.
I'm also kind of where you're at.
I keep wanting to say Cliff Lee with
Cliff
a K.
Lee. I swear to God, that's what I was.
For the Brewer,
I was about
2015
to make.
Brewer,
Cliff Lee with a K. Oh, it's not him though. Pass.
I'm gonna put Jeremy's official guess as Cliff Lee with a K.
All right,
Brewer.
Good. Thank you.
Incorrect.
All right, good. Thank you for putting Cliff Lee.
So you have one strike, I have two. So I just need
Correct.
to pull one out of my.
Yeah,
right
if you
here.
can foul one off.
I'm going to say that the DH from Washington in 2013 is Daniel Holland.
It's not Daniel Holland, and that's going to be Chris Cody's third strike.
Thank God.
For a second,
I pass. I can't. I don't know any of these.
For a second, he had me worried because it is a Daniel. Dan Herron.
Oh,
Herron. I throw 88.
damn it!
Wow, Dan Herron. Taylor, can you tell us the other three?
Not as gettable. The Ranger in 2004 was Terry Mulholland.
Oh,
the 2006 Padres Woody Williams.
No, that one
Never heard of that person.
And then 2015, the Milwaukee Brewer, Kyle Loesch.
Oh,
Loesch.
damn it.
Taylor, this was a good game. And guess what? It's another victory for your boy.
So mad.
I'm pretty excited. Hey, another pitch clock next week. We'll see you then.